Hey everyone, and welcome. So, if you've ever stood in front of a coffee shop menu and just felt completely lost, don't worry, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most popular and, let's be honest, most confusing drinks out there, the flat white. Right? You see all the options and they kind of sound the same: espresso, steamed milk. But what is it that actually separates them? We're going to break it all down, get you a super clear answer, and make sure your next coffee order is the best one you've ever had. Okay, so before we can even start comparing it to anything else, we got to get back to basics. What in the world makes a flat white? Well, a flat white. Okay, the real secret, the magic word here is microfoam. This is not that big, bubbly, airy foam you get on a cappuccino. No way. What's so cool is how they make it. The barista steams the milk with less air, creating this incredible, silky, velvety texture. It's made of these teeny, tiny, uniform bubbles. Seriously, it pours almost like liquid paint, and that is the secret to that signature smooth feeling. And that right there, that is the entire philosophy of this drink. It's built for the person who really loves the rich taste of espresso, but wants it softened up just enough to be super smooth, without being completely lost in a sea of milk. It is all about finding that perfect, beautiful balance. All right, let's talk history. Every great drink has an origin story, and even though the flat whites is pretty recent, it's actually a cool story of coffee innovation. And, a little friendly competition. So picture this. It's the 1980s, and baristas down in Australia and New Zealand are experimenting. They wanted something with less fluff than a cappuccino, but more of a coffee punch than a latte. And boom, this masterpiece was born. And you know what? To this day, both countries are still passionately arguing over who invented it first. From there, it just took over the world, becoming the global coffee shop staple we all know and love. Okay, here we go. This is the main event. This is the question everyone wants to know the answer to. We are putting the flat white and the latte head to head right now to finally settle this great coffee debate once and for all. When you boil it all down, it's really about two things: the ratio and the foam. A flat white has less milk, period. That lets the espresso flavor really be the star of the show. And the foam is a totally different beast. It's that super thin, integrated layer of microfoam, whereas a latte has that thick, distinct cap of foam right on top. And trust me, that changes everything, from the first sip to the last. Honestly, this quote just nails it. It really sums up the whole thing. If you want to taste the actual coffee, the nuances of the espresso bean, you go for a flat white. If you're looking for something creamier, sweeter, more comforting, where the milk is the main character, then you're a latte person. It's really that simple. So now we know what it is and how it's different, but let's talk about the experience. What are the benefits of drinking one, and are there any things you should, watch out for? Look, as long as you're not overdoing it, a flat white can be an awesome part of your day. You get that classic caffeine kick from the espresso for energy and focus. The milk gives you a nice little bit of calcium and protein. And that smooth texture and balanced taste, it just makes the whole thing so much more enjoyable and way less intense than, say, a straight shot of espresso. Of course, we have to be fair here. We have to ask the question, is it all sunshine and coffee beans? The key is just to be smart about it. It's like any drink with caffeine. If you're sensitive, too much can give you the jitters or mess with your sleep. And obviously it's got milk, so if you're lactose intolerant, it might not sit well. But the good news is these are really easy things to manage. All right, let's wrap this all up with some real-world advice. We're going to fly through the most common questions people have so you can walk into any cafe and order your perfect flat white like you've been doing it your whole life. First one up, the big one for anyone with a bit of a sweet tooth. Is it like a coffee crime to add sugar to a flat white? Hey, it's your coffee. You can do whatever you want. But here's a little pro tip for you. Try it without sugar first. That whole microphone process actually pulls out the natural sweetness from the milk itself. You might be surprised and find you don't even need it. So what if you're doing the dairy-free thing? Can you still get in on this flat white action? Oh yeah, absolutely. Oat milk especially has become a huge favorite with baristas because it steams like a dream and makes a killer microfoam. Almond and soy were great too. Just know that each one is going to bring its own unique flavor to the drink, and the texture might be a little different, but you can for sure enjoy an amazing dairy-free version. And finally, timing. Is there a best time to drink a flat white to get the most out of it? You should think of it as your focus fuel. It is perfect for that morning kickstart or that early afternoon slump when you really need to power through the rest of your day. And to protect that all-important sleep, it's probably a good idea to steer clear late at night. So when you get right down to it, the secret is out. The flat white isn't just another coffee with milk. It is a very specific, carefully made drink for people who actually love the taste of coffee and want that flavor delivered in a super smooth, elegant, and perfectly balanced package. And there you have it. You are now officially a flat white pro. The next time you're standing in that coffee line, the choice is all yours, and you can make it with total confidence. So I gotta ask, what's it gonna be? The bold flat white or the classic latte? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.